teams opted to line up right at that jam line that forced a big pushy start to this. Right now it is Storm Cloud, though, that did get that lead. But like we've been seeing in the last few jams, the opposing jammer is right behind them. That'll keep the score down. And let's see if Storm Cloud is able to call that one off in time. Looks like they were. So they'll put up a few more points on the board for the Agoges.
Now, never playing Derby, I've never quite understood the strategy of backing off to the pivot line because I'm thinking, no, I don't want that jammer to build up any momentum coming towards me.
Both teams' coaches communicating with their team. There has been some penalty trouble that both teams have experienced here. So Goges with an early lead, but the Bombers are still keeping it, neck and neck in scoring distance. However, just those 4 8-point jams that the Goges seem to consistently put up does spread out their lead.
All right, so we do have the live stream up. So if you are watching from home, go ahead and give a shout out to your team. Took a minute or two, but we're there. And we will relay any positive shout outs out there.
L for the Agoges. Spartan doing a lot of jamming in this game for the Bombers. Nice quick moves. A lot of lateral moves by Spartan, but the Agoges reformed to bring them, push them out at turn number 1. So lead is still open. Bomber blockers getting together to stop L. Looks like it's Psychotic doing some pretty good one-on-one blocking to halt L as Spartan gets that lead. Now the Agoges racing up front to try to get ahead of Spartan. Good job by Rainbow Rider to not give up their points. I believe, oh no, it is all 4 points that Spartan was able to get. And that keeps that jam to a 4-0 benefit for the Bombers.
And that might be what they have to do to chip away at that.
Yeah, still a lot of game left, a whole nother half. So as long as you can chip away at that lead, suddenly you're well within distance to take it over.
That's it. And here we go, Sugar Rush up against Firecracker. Firecracker gets out first. Firecracker digging hard coming around turn 3, line in the path.
Let's have a few minutes left in the half here. Had a really tough day yesterday and looking to have another really tough day today. So these skaters, you put everything into one game and then you got 3 more to go over the weekend.
Yeah, last night was about heal up and recovery and early to bed, get your body right. I think my skater sat in the hot tub for about an hour. I'm always impressed with the fact that they could put 4 games in. I'm glad Jerda came out and said only 2 games per day. There was a period of time where they did try 3 games in a day, and the muscles just fail you at that point.
Yeah, that's a tall order.
All right, whistle signals we're coming back from our timeout. We're going to start off with Electric Fox going head to head with Storm Cloud.
Pretty good jammer duel. We'll see here. Electric Fox tried to gain up some speed before hitting the wall. The Agoges slowing down their momentum. While it is Storm Cloud pushing and shoving their way through and gets lead position.
Both walls out there about the same size. It comes down to pure skating ability. Storm Cloud has shown that they have plenty of good. There you go, just a simple little hop, spin, and backwards out, and they're clear.
Oh, perhaps. Well, it looked like one of the Agoge players fell down and got in front of Electric Fox, but doesn't seem to be a penalty called on that.
And they're attempting a star pass, it looks like, as they shoot that arm forward. They're trying to get it to the pivot.
They were able to get the star pass complete, but the Agoges right there to halt that momentum. I believe it is 167. That is Virus with the star in hand.
Oh.
There will be a track cut. Virus was pushed out and did not re-enter legally. So now this is a power jam for Storm Cloud. Storm Cloud being a very capable jammer, this could definitely really boost up that lead that the Agoges have established.
And Cherry Bombs not only have their jammer, but a blocker also in the box. So they're out there with just 3 blockers.
Yeah, Storm Cloud doing a good job of being patient and waiting for their offense that was provided by Dart to open that inside lane up for them. And there is a cut track call on Electric Fox. I did not see where they stepped out for my position.
Now, what is the difference between an illegal entry and a cut track on that on that?
Oh, I mean, it's you entered illegally, and that is the cut track. So I just kind of use those terms a little interchangeably.
Oh, okay.
in that
So they're the
case.
same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm using those terms interchangeably in this case. So an illegal entry could be perhaps when you leave the penalty box early and enter the track, and then you'd have a penalty assessed to you for that reason.
The nuances of Derby.
Yeah.
So we are in official timeout. Once again, folks, make sure you help the traveling visitors by buying their merch so they don't have to take it home from them, or with them, excuse me. Buy some local merch, too. Take some of ours with you. There's plenty over there for sale. Plenty of Bonneville Beatdown merch to take with you.
Yeah, the shirts look good. I like that.
It's a pretty good logo. It's been around, I can't remember if we're 5 or 6 years now of the Bonneville Beatdown, but we do pretty good. And Bonneville is unique to Utah. So we have games all the way until 5 o'clock. We have a 10:30 and a 1 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, and a 5 o'clock game. So we've got Derby all day long. Some of these teams are going to try to get on the road, but myself and Merciful will be here all day long. So here we go, Spartan up there dueling with Rainbow Rider.
It's a Slaughtermelon with a nice push out to Rainbow Rider. But Rainbow Rider able to recover and get back in and for a lead.
Yeah, Spartan twisting and turning, trying to get through there. The blue wall was doing a good job holding them up. Blue's got one in the box. And there we go. Rainbow Rider's through and calls it off before anything else can happen.
All right, we are at our final minute. We'll still be able to get one more jam off. Now, Caterkiller in white for the Bombers superstar. Going up against Firecracker. All right, Caterkiller puts up some speed, gets some strength, crashes into the wall, but Firecracker able to manage to get their way through and establish lead. That caterpillar crashes into those tripods. They're interesting jammer to watch because they are just gonna go for it every time and just like the whole lot of speed try to smash their way through. And they are through the pack now, but that is Firecracker has been able to put 4 more points up for the Agoges.
I think that's always the beginning move with a jammer. Smash and hope everything falls apart and you get to go forward. And then eventually you add some things into your repertoire like twists and turns and things like that.
Yeah, it's definitely my strategy.
Smash and hope everything falls apart in front of you.
Yep.
All right. Well, there we go. We're at intermission. It is 172 to 75. We will take a quick 15-minute break and then be back here
4 minutes before we get started again here, our second half of our game between the Agoges and the Bombers. Just a couple announcements to make. Both the Agoges and the Bombers looks like they've opened up their merch shop, so we do have a few minutes before we get started here if you want to pick up something. I just got myself a Cherry Bomb Bombers patch. I'm a big sucker for patches, so that's really good. If you're a sticker person, though, they have a lot of good sticker designs there that I noticed. And yeah, the Agoge shop just opened up, so take a look to see what they have to offer. Of course, the Wasatch Assault also has products to help support our juniors teams. Also, can get yourself a 2025 Bonneville Beatdown t-shirt. I also like to thank our sponsors. We have Canyon Sports Therapy here. They've been helping out our skaters and officials all throughout the weekend, so big thank you to Canyon Sports Therapy. The Pie Pizzeria has been voted Utah's best pizza, providing top quality handmade pizza, salad, subs, and more for over 40 years. And Einstein Bagels, who generously donated some bagels for our volunteers and our skating officials, non-skating officials, the medics and skaters. So thank you very much, Einstein's Bagels. We appreciate your support. And 187 Killer Pads. They are the pads that I personally use. They've definitely been saving my knees and elbows while playing the sport over the last couple of years. And some local announcements we have. We are having a crash course for adults that are interested in doing this roller derby that you've been watching here this weekend. So if this looks like fun to you, or if you even just want to be one of the officials, yeah, you can be part of joining the crash course. It's a whole learn to skate program for adults. I had no skating experience before starting. Yeah, I had no skating experience before starting, so I had to learn to skate and play roller derby all at the same time. So our info night is on March 31st. There will be some time even after that to sign up if you do miss the info night. So you can scan the flyer on the exit door to sign up for a time slot. Also, if you just want to officiate, you in fact don't even need to pay to learn. We always need and appreciate our officials. So if you could join us in that as well, that would be great. Others for the Wasatch Junior Rollers that you'll be watching later today and had seen yesterday. So if you are in the local area, the Wasatch Junior Rollers are kids ages 6 to 17. You can join them for a practice on Sunday mornings. Of course, not this Sunday morning, but Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. You can find more information at wasatchjuniors.org or on Facebook or Instagram, or contact at wasatchjuniorrollers@gmail.com.
All right, we've gone through everything. It looks like we're going to pick up where we left off. It's the Agoges send out 58. That is Firecracker. Going to go head to head with 117. Spartan for the Cherry Bomb Bombers. All right, the rolling whistle signals we're getting ready to come in out of the timeout. They point to all the referees. Referees check with the scorekeepers. Make sure they're all in tune with each other. Hi, you got me. I got you. Let's go.
All right, Spartan is going to be starting off the second half. They put in a lot of work as jammer for the Bombers. And Firecracker.
And the
Living
whistle
up to their
goes.
name, a very explosive jammer. But it is Spartan that has the lead.
There's some sort of significance of Spartan going against the Agoges.
Right, yeah. It can be kind of confusing for the Greek nerds out there, but
Oh, I play war games with some of those nerds, and their heads are exploding right now.
Firecracker finally makes their way through as Spartan goes in for another scoring run. They've already put 4 up on the board, threatening to do a few more.
Now he hears his coach, and he's calling it off right as Firecracker approaches.
All right, now we have Caterpillar going up against Dart. Dart with a nice quick move to the inside. Takes lead early. Meanwhile, Caterpillar smashing their way through the Agoge line, trying to find a way through, but is called on a penalty. That's that can always be a risk factor when you're a very shovey, pushy jammer, as you can either risk getting a forearm or a back block or something that'll send you to the bench.
Yep, in Derby, everything below your elbows is absolutely useless, and if you put it on somebody else that's on a different color, you're pretty much going to pick up a penalty.
Yep. So Dart now already 8 on the board, looking by to threaten to score some more. Hard hit into the tripod. Just went full on into it.
And there's no padding back there.
Right. Yeah, they got their they got the points on that, and getting by those 2 blockers on the tripod. But yeah, they paid hard for it. All right, Electric Fox and Rainbow Rider. Rainbow Rider's nice quick move outside. Fox going up the middle, but is stopped by Storm Cloud. And now they're halted up at turn number 1. Rainbow Rider, very good at working those edges. Goes right on through for 4. Electric Fox is broken free. Rider again to the outside. Gets through. 4 more points and calls it off. Yeah, the Agoges with a very short bench, having to rotate out their jammers quite a bit, and then throwing them right back out there to do some blocking. But they've been doing a very good job of it this game. Spartan deciding to do some defense and shove out Nightshade at the beginning before going forward. But it is with nice moves. It is in fact Nightshade that establishes the lead. Now Nightshade crashes into the bomber tripod and successfully gets their 4 points before Spartan can put some on the board for the Bombers. Yeah, great work to come from behind after getting pushed out, and then with a very quick sprint, just beating Spartan to that lead jammer position. All right, Electric Fox and L. Teams all lined up right at that jam line, looking to separate the blockers, and it is L that is successful first. Rainbow Rider holds up Electric Fox. But Electric Fox does find a way through. But no, there is a cut track. Rather, Electric Fox will be going to the box. So it looks like the Agoges were successful in halting their advance. That will allow them 30 seconds to get their own jammer as much points as possible. trying to provide some offense, but no, they are cut off by the Bombers. The Bombers defense trying to regroup to get established and provide a solid wall. So far, doing a pretty good job on the penalty kill. Now pushing through, looking for some help from Rainbow Rider before they back off. As Electric Fox is now back on the track. Looking to split the Agoge wall at turn number 1, and does, and is now through. Now probably looking to split a few more points. Nice offense by Rainbow Rider. Shoves a whole bunch of Bombers, opening up a wide path for L. L calls that one off. Bombers did get 3 on that, but it looks like the Agoges are going to be pulling ahead with 12 points on that jam. Okay, penalty box is clear as Stormcloud and Sugar Rush take to the jam line. Both jammers up to the inside, but it is Stormcloud that gets through. Stormcloud now looking to go right through the tripod set up by the Bombers. Just smashes and weaves their way through, and they cannot contain Stormcloud. But very quick to regroup are the Bombers to slow down Stormcloud here now. Meanwhile, Sugar Rush still trying to find their way through. We do have a penalty. Looks like that is Doombringer going to the box for the Bombers. Sugar Rush finds the way through, and Stormcloud gets their 4 points and calls that off. So, yeah, I believe Stormcloud got their 4 points early, but the Bomber defenders were able to regroup and slow them down to stop them from doing another second scoring pass. And we have an official timeout now. As a player, sometimes these official timeouts can be great for you to stop and catch your breath, and other times it can feel like they're halting the momentum that you've got built up. So the coaches and players talking to each other during this time that they have. All right, and we are back and ready to go again. All right, Agoges line up looking to try to cause some chaos into the Bomber line. Looks like maybe there was a false start on that play, so Spartan had to yield. That gives Rainbow Rider the opportunity to take lead. But quickly sees just a few inches on the inside, and Spartan goes right on through. We have some penalties being called, and Rainbow Rider will be off the track, so lead is lost, and this gives Spartan and the Cherry Bomb Bombers some time to put up some points, and we definitely know Spartan can do it. Got 1 minute and 10 seconds to go around and try to narrow up that lead. The Agoges, though, rushing forward. Tried to do a little bit of penalty time killing. And Spartan does get through, though. Nice effort by the Agoge defenders, but Spartan was able to get 4 more points as Rainbow Rider comes right back on the track and gets right through the pack. Now Spartan weaving around, pushing their way around turn number 1, gets through. That is 4 more for Spartan. Maybe we've put 12 up on the board now, but now the Agoges are putting up some points of their own. As Rainbow Rider gets through once again. And yeah, great track awareness by Spartan, seeing those openings just on the inside and then very quickly striding forward to get those 4 points. So great run by Spartan, 16 points put up to 8 put up by the Agoges. Electric Fox back out, going up against Nightshade, as there is a team timeout being called by the Agoges now. That'll give them a minute to regroup. And we are just past our first 10 minutes of the second half here. Whole lot more derby coming up today. Our next game is going to be the Wasatch Junior Rollers, going up against the Coyote Country Roller Derby Wheat Whackers. I am looking forward to seeing that game after watching both those teams play yesterday. Wheat Whackers and Renegade Outlaws had a real nail-biter of a game, went all the way to the last jam. So let's see what our Wasatch Assault can do against them. That is going to... Sorry, it is at 10:30. It's the Wasatch playing the Renegades. They'll be playing the Renegades first, and then later tonight the Wheat Whackers at 5. That is coming up slotted for 10:30 a.m. Again, all times are subject to change based on what happens in the game beforehand. And now we have Nightshade in blue going against Electric Fox. Electric Fox, very quick to exploit any opening, but it is Nightshade able to separate the bomber tripod and get through. Electric Fox, though, like always, if they're not lead, they're not very far behind you. And the bombers hold Nightshade to 0. That is a 0-0 jam. So now we have Sugar Rush back out against Stormcloud. Penalty box is clear for this one. They've definitely had some penalty trouble in this game, but right now we got a full track out there. Nice moves by Stormcloud to get through. Had all 4 blockers right in front of them, and with some nice dips and weaves are able to get lead. And now we do have some penalties. It's one of the bombers blockers goes to the box. Stormcloud through for 4 as Sugar Rush comes around for their pass. And that'll force the call off. All right, Psychotic, Caterpillar, and Virus out there as a tripod for the Spartans, facing up against L as Spartan takes the jam. They had a great jam out the last time they were out. And L looking for some offensive help by Rainbow Rider, but Caterpillar is quick to block it off, but it is now a race, and it looks like Spartan did get that lead. That there, L is right behind, so let's see what Spartan does. So they approach the pack, looking to score. L with some nice moves to get by the Bombers, and Spartan is slowed down, and it is L all the way through for 4.
That came down to blockers on that. The blockers slowed down Spartan more than the blockers slowed down L. L was able to slice up the blockers and get through there.
All right, and Spartan calling that off before L can threaten to put up some more points. But he was able to get all 4 of his points on that, so that just becomes a 4-4 wash. So great awareness by Spartan to know when to call that off.
All right, now we send out Electric Fox for the Cherry Bombs going up against Firecracker for the Agoges. And now we have an official timeout. The officials are afforded as many timeouts as they want. Once again, as long as they want to take time to get the score right, to get things settled, or even just take a water break, we afford them that time. Unfortunately, every time during a timeout, it always seems like they break into a dance. So if it goes on too long, the dance goes on too much. Good to see the Cherry Bombs are keeping it loose over there.
Oh, yeah. Really having their own little private party right now on the track. Both of these teams still have another game today. Cherry Bomb Brawlers. Their next opponents are the Coyote Country Wheat Whackers, which is going to be a very tough challenge. And the Agoges are going to have to go against the Renegades. So 2 hard teams that they will both have to face later today.
Yeah, there's no weakness in this schedule here. It's a lot of tough teams facing off. You're trying to make their advancement towards the playoffs. So here we go. Firecracker jumps to the inside and jumps out quickly. Comes around. Lithium takes a big swing and misses. Oh, now Sushi's going to give him the forearm call. They said, no, too much of that forearm was coming out there. If that leaves your body and elevates, that is a forearm call.
Looks like Firecracker is just opting to run this and rack up nice moves by Firecracker. Looks like that inside track was cut off to them, but with a nice spin move, they get right on by. And now Jammers are neck and neck as they approach the pack once more. And both Jammers making it look good.
We do have blockers in the box, clearing the track out a little bit. Now Cherry Bombs get a little help, both at 3-3 aside.
All right, Firecracker gets through, but now this time Electric Fox has to push their way for some points.
Alley Cat slid over trying to catch Firecracker and miss.
Yeah, with Electric Fox, even if you're the jammer taking lead, you can almost take it for certainty. They are not far behind you.
Sugar Rush coming out for the Cherry Bombs, going head-to-head with Dart. I think it's safe to say that Dart makes Dart-like moves.
I know before we were saying, like, how much of it is it they pick their own names versus people maybe say, you know what, this would be a good name for you. Sugar Rush gets through just as Dart begins to pass. Dart using their own player as a battering ram to get through.
And again, that's the only person on the track you can grab is somebody in the same color jersey you're wearing.
And we see Xavier Bad Behavior for the first time with the Jam Star for the Agoges. Going against Spartan, who we've seen quite a few times with the star for the Cherry Bomb Bombers.
Spartan's got a motor. They probably just swap out batteries, put them back in, and he keeps going. But every other jam, Spartan is out there. We'll see how Xavier do. Xavier does a little bit. A Spartan knocks Xavier out and then shoves him into the wall and then moves forward. Liz in fear, Lithium, and Slaughtermelon holding back Xavier. And now they got to let him go as they got a parade to the box.
Spartan does very good job. Yeah, if he sees an opening, he'll step out with their long legs and really take up some space and get through quickly.
And when you see a big body like that flying at you full speed, your natural inclination is to move out of the way. So I credit these littles for getting in the way of things.
I'd say if you're trying to push their way through and finally does for 4. However, Spartan is very quick to score and quick around the track to put more points on the board.
Those long legs will move you around the track faster. That's just science.
And Xavier is through, just as Spartan comes around again. Now the Agoges racing up front to try to get in front of Spartan, but he does outpace them for 4 more.
Spartan does not need much of a hole to move through.
Xavier looking around, getting some offense from Dart to get a point. Spartan now going right back into the pack. It is Slaughtermelon that brought back Xavier, and now they're going to be out of play in the back, and that will send Slaughtermelon to the box for blocking out of play.
Yeah, the pack had moved forward on Slaughtermelon. They had gone out there to try to, when they started to engage, it was good, but the pack had moved forward and got him out of play.
Right. That can only be 20 feet in front or behind the pack before you are out of play.
Now, those of you looking out on the track, you see those little hash marks. Every one of those is 10 feet.
Electric Fox, a lot of lateral movement and pushing. Meanwhile, it is Nightshade that just puts the shoulder down and makes their way through for lead. Nice quick moves by Nightshade to get right on through. Now all 4 of the Bombers are back out on the track. And Electric Fox gets it through.
Now, Electric Fox is going to have to get that star back on.
Psychotic threw their body into Nightshade. Hopefully they're okay. All right, we have a team timeout called by the Agoges. That is their last one of the game. So we're coming down to our 10 minutes and 30 seconds, 32 seconds.
Now, I think we'll push back. It is only the next game's supposed to start at 10 o'clock or 10:30. So we might be right on time here because if we got 10 minutes left in this and 10 to 10 right now, we'll see what happens. I'd like to give referees long enough to rejuvenate their legs, even though we have a rather large referee pool this time around, it seems like.
You also want to, let the next 2 teams warm up a little bit before the game starts.
Absolutely. As I was driving in today, I saw an advertisement for Utah's new professional sport of volleyball. So where is the professional roller derby league? It's instant. It's established. All you have to do is put cameras on it and establish some standards, and we've got roller derby all across this nation.
Yeah.
I guarantee you it'll draw more than volleyball. No knock on volleyball, but come on, people.
Well, I guess you get college scholarships and stuff for volleyball.
Right now.
Yeah.
Trust me, my daughter threw away a college scholarship for swimming to play roller derby. So that was a quick call up. There was a jam. It went quick and fast and furious.
Bombers just come up with a slight lead on that one, 3-1.
Dart coming out with Spartan. Spartan running his typical circles around Dart, letting her know that he's here. She gets right up on the line, so if Spartan were to get up there, he would get a false start call. He tries to knock her out, but Dart keeps her feet, and Dart moves around the inside. Spartan still fighting with that blue wall. They hand off and route a fall onto each other. Now Spartan is loose.
Yeah.
But Dart is back into the pack. We'll see how Dart wants to play it.
All right, Dart got through, but then was held up a bit, gave the Bombers some time to regroup. But they were able to get out and call that off before Spartan could put some points on the board.
I see Gypsy holding up the forearm call. There was a late forearm call on somebody. We'll see who it is. Looks like Xavier's in the box.
See a power start signal. So no, it is looks like it is Dart that'll be starting in the box. So this will be a power start for the Bombers. They have Electric Fox out there, who's definitely a good jammer you want out there for a power start.
And they put out a pretty solid blocking wall out there. Tough Little Cookie, Lithium, Slaughtermelon, and can't see the other skater yet.
Looks like Liz and Fear.
Liz and Fear. Okay, and they're all backed off. They're going to let Electric Fox call the play.
All right, just got 3 blockers for the Agoges out there, looking to try to prevent Electric Fox. So the Bombers decide to go back to try to spread out the pack some.
Yep.
That'll give Electric Fox, less blockers to have to face as they push their way forward.
The Bombers did have pack control as they had 4 and the Agoges had 3, so they could control where the location of the pack.
A lot of speed going around that track. Oh, Electric Fox.
That was close.
Yeah,
That was close.
almost a cut track call, but they saw where they were in relation to the Agoge blocker. Nice move by Stormcloud to push out Electric Fox. Electric Fox gathers some speed and tries to separate the 2 blockers, but is stopped.
Feels Dart coming up from behind and wants to call it off before Dart can get there. Oh, but now we have a power. Did I hear correctly? There was a power jam?
It seems so, yeah. I see the Electric Fox on in the box. I know they went to the ground at the end there. Maybe a low block call, possibly.
All right, Nightshade Hedgie comes out there with a flat wall from the FoCo team. The whistle blows. Their team stays static. Nightshade slams forward into the cherry bomb wall. They got to start spreading out, and Nightshade slides through there.
All right. Yeah, the Bombers going to have a tough time. I know the Agoges are very good at providing strong offense for their jammer. So they got to stick together as blockers to try to halt Nightshade. But Nightshade has a large opening on the outside open up for them. But Electric Fox is back in, and that'll make the Agoges go on defense. Nice push out by Lithium to bring back Nightshade.
And Ride or Die cycles back Nightshade. We exchange blockers in the box.
Yeah, nice heads-up play where as soon as they saw Lithium push out the jammer, they just immediately ran back to recycle Nightshade.
6 minutes left in this game. And Coach Jester calls a timeout, calls all their cherry bombs close. Might be time for a short fuse conversation.
Yeah. Bombers, they still have one more timeout, and both teams do have their official review to go if they want to stop the clock with 6 minutes left to go.
And you do kind of need to carry a timeout in a close game to the end because you want to make sure that you call a timeout if you need to stop the clock and get an additional jam in.
Right.
Like I said, with only 3 timeouts a game, that's almost soccer.
Yeah, yeah.
See, tough little cookie has a different pair of sparkly pants, always easy to spot.
All right, 3-3 blockers. Yeah, it'd be a lot of people starting in the penalty box in this game at these jams. Back on track. Storm Cloud against Sugar Rush.
At this point, game 3, second half, I wonder if our muscle memory starting to get a little weak and frayed, and we end up with penalties because we're sloppy with our arms. So,
all right.
Storm Cloud out fast. Right behind it in their hip pocket is Sugar Rush. Storm Cloud is in control, but Sugar Rush is right there with them.
All right, both teams opted to use a tripod. Looks like Storm Cloud went for the apex jump, see if they landed in bounds, and they did for 4 points.
That was a perfectly timed call-off because it was 4-0. Storm Cloud had to start the call-off as they started their leap. So in addition to getting their legs working for a leap, their hands were going in the opposite direction.
So Spider with the jammer star for Agoge. This is the first time we've seen them in the tournament with the jam star.
I don't think we've called out Spider's name for a jammer at all. So, yep, first time in the tournament. Agoge's probably switching up, trying to get additional jammers out there. It's good to have a deep jammer bench when you're, 4 games in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, short little official timeout there. Now we're back and ready to go. Looks like there's a hour start for this one.
Both sides have a blocker in the box, too, so we got 3 people in the box all already. So here we go. Right into the Spider, smashes into the pack, moves it sideways, and cuts to the inside. Spider is loose.
Yeah, there was not much room on that inside, so very impressed that they were able to get through that.
That's always a bad statement in the house. Spider is loose.
Oh, now that is number 24, Tiny Tear, taking out Spider at turn number 1. A Lithium with a solid stop. And now Sugar Rush is back out on the track.
And boy, Ride or Die went right from defense to offense and right in there to try to blow things up for their. Oh, and they get a penalty, though. They did something wrong.
All right, Sugar Rush trying to go right up the middle, but the Agoges pretty solid in their formation and not making it easy. Pack's getting spread out some. That'll allow Sugar Rush to get through. Lithium. Looks like we had blocking out a play at.
I thought they called 7-3 for blocking out. They did. They called 7-3 for blocking out a play. I think they started blocking in play.
Maybe they went out of the track. Possibly, sometimes the refs have a better vantage point, especially
Absolutely.
Sushi right there, right in front of them.
Well, right on top of it. If anybody had a better view, I don't see them.
Okay, official timeout once more as we're at 3:31 left on the clock. 286 the Agoges ahead of the Bombers, who have 149. And the Bombers are going to start with 2 blockers in the box. And, a Firecracker looks like Agoges have opted to be their jammer on this one. So, yeah, I think Slaughtermelon and Tough Little Cookie are going to have to do some good tandem blocking to hold back Firecracker. All 4 blockers of the Agoges are out there. Spartan, after a little bit of a rest, is right back out as jammer.
The Cherry Bombs do have a shorter rotation, I think. They just have a they seem to use their whole bench, but they rotate through it quickly. So here we go, Firecracker coming out with Spartan. Both teams on the pivot line. Spartan circling like a shark. Whistle blows and they take over. And oh, big hit.
Yeah.
Spartan takes out Firecracker, but then he also loses his fitting. Then he's able to slice forward and get out of there. Firecracker won't be denied, though. Firecracker is right into the hip pocket.
Yeah, good job. When you only have 2 blockers out there. You assist your blockers as a jammer. But Firecracker is able to find their way through. And while Spartan does have that lead, it is Firecracker that's threatening to score again. And I believe Firecracker skated out of bounds with no contact, so that's going to put them into the bench. So this is going to be a power start opportunity. And it is Virus, who, again, first time that they've been wearing the Jam Star for the Bombers. Now we've got all 4 Bombers out there to provide some offense.
And they line up in a flat wall across the front. Whistle blows. They all head forward to cause chaos. Virus says get up there and break stuff.
Agoges running the pack.
Oh, big hit on Virus. Virus goes down, pops right back up.
Yeah, that was a Spider with that hit.
These little bodies don't have far to fall, so they go down quick and they come up quick. 2 minutes left in the game.
Oh, looks like we do have a call on Nightshade. Let's see what it was. It looked like it might have been a directional from my perspective.
Coach in there yelling at their Cherry Bombs to form up as they released Firecracker. Firecracker came shot out of a cannon and is moving forward.
And Virus gets around for 4, but Firecracker now bursts through the tripod.
No, that's Firecracker's first time through. Oh, no, it is.
Lead was established by Firecracker.
Okay.
Came off the bench and were able to get lead before Virus could. Nice moves to the outside, but not enough. Caterpillar throwing their body into the blocking just like they do when they're jamming to momentarily stop Firecracker. Now Nightshade doing some good one-on-one blocking against Virus as Firecracker comes around again. 4 more for Firecracker. Virus looking for a way through, but the Agoges are not giving them any room. Nightshade doing a really good job of taking away room from the jammer. Meanwhile, Firecracker on a big run, 16 points.
They're going to run it the full time, giving 20 seconds left in this game. We'll see if they call a timeout or if they race everybody out there. They're trying to race them out. They have enough time. They're running out of time. There it is.
It is. So our unofficial score right now is 306 of the Agoges ahead of the Bombers, 157.
All right, we'll wait for the rolling whistle and all right, that's a rolling whistle. We invite you out to the gray track as we send these skaters around to high-five them. Referees, we invite you to come under the scoreboard and get your picture taken. Anybody wearing stripes or solid black or it feels very authoritative.
All right, a lot of Nice crowd here in our first game of the early morning.
All right, and we're going to send around the Agoges first. And the Agoges were made up of Rainbow Rider, Nightshade Hedgie, Stormclad, L, Spider, Xavier Bad Behavior, Firecracker, and Dart. That makes up your Agoges.